Indonesia, Java quake kills scores and injures hundreds. Like the video and subscribe. We will continue to bring you hot news every day. An earthquake on the main Indonesian island of Java has killed scores of people and injured hundreds, say officials. The 5.6 magnitude quake struck Cianjur town in West Java, at a shallow depth of 10 kilometers, 6 miles, according to U.S. Geological Survey data. Scores of people were taken to hospital, with many treated outside. Rescuers have worked through the night to try to save others thought to still be trapped under collapsed buildings. The area where the quake struck is densely populated and prone to landslides, with poorly built houses reduced to rubble in many areas. The exact number of people killed so far remains unclear. Indonesia's National Disaster Mitigation Agency, BNPB, has said their official death toll was 62. Adding that another figure given by Regional Governor Ridwan Kamil, 162, remains unverified. Speaking to local media, Mr. Kamil said some 326 people had been injured in the quake, noting that and quote, most of them sustained fractures from being crushed in ruins and quote. But he warned some residents remained in quote, trapped in isolated places and quote, and said officials were end quote, under the assumption that the number of injured and deaths will rise with time and quote. The West Java governor added that more than 13,000 people had been displaced by the disaster, and the BNPB said more than 2,200 homes had been damaged by the quake. Herman Suherman, the head of administration in Cianjur town, said most injuries were bone fractures sustained from people being trapped by debris in buildings. End quote. The ambulances keep on coming from the villages to the hospital, end quote. He was quoted by AFP news agency as saying earlier in the day, end quote, there are many families in villages that have not been evacuated, end quote. Many of the injured were treated outside in a hospital car park after the hospital was left without power for several hours following the quake, West Java's governor said. On Monday night, Mr. Kamil wrote on Twitter that it could take up to 3 days for power to be fully restored to the area. He added that mobile phone reception remained poor and was causing in quote, a lot of problems in quote, for officials. The tremor could also be felt in the capital Jakarta, about 100 kilometers away, where people were evacuated from high-rise buildings. Office workers rushed out of buildings in the civic and business district during the tremor, which started at 13:21 Western Indonesian time, WIT, on Monday, the agency said. End quote. I was working when the floor under me was shaking. I could feel the tremor clearly. I tried to do nothing to process what it was, but it became even stronger and lasted for some time, end quote. Lawyer Mayadita Waluyo told AFP. An office worker named Ahmad Ridwan told news agency Reuters, end quote, we are used to this, earthquakes, in Jakarta, but people were so nervous just now, so we also panicked, end quote. Earthquakes are common in Indonesia, which sits on the end quote, ring of fire, end quote, area of tectonic activity in the Pacific. The country has a history of devastating earthquakes and tsunamis, with more than 2,000 killed in a 2018 Sulawesi quake. We hope the video was useful to you. Like the video and subscribe. We will continue to bring you hot news every day.